Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, The Cockney Crafter, and I'm here tonight, or whenever you're watching it, whatever time of day, because I thought if I don't get this Valentine card made now, it ain't ever going to happen. So, I've got a 6x6 that I've got in a pack, nice black, but it's got a few marks on, like a fault with the thing. I've tried getting it off, it won't come off, but it don't matter because we're going to stick stuff on top. So it's 6x6 inches. I decided I want a couple of bits on top, and I wanted quite a masculine card because it's for Jamie. So I didn't really measure. Like what I did was I held it up and I went in. I wanted it about 1/8 of an inch or maybe a little bit less all the way around, so I just marked it with pen and cut. I didn't do any exact measuring. So first of all I want to stick this on here, so I want to just go round all the edge with black soot because we're going on to black and I don't want any white edges. So I'm not really going to do any blending at the minute on this piece of card. Already like distressing of the edge, just inking with the black soot. Could also have done it with a black Sharpie or something if you didn't have black ink. So that's our first bit. Right, yeah, and I want the wood grain going vertical. So how is everyone? I hope you're all well. We don't always do Valentine cards to each other, Jamie and I, but you know, when you think I seem to make so many cards for other people, it seems really horrible if I don't make him one now that I'm doing so much of this. Yeah, I thought, oh gosh, it seems really bad. So I'm making it now. But yeah, I was mentioning in my video the other day, we don't really tend to go out much on Valentine's because it's normally always really busy. So at the minute we ain't made no plans at all. We'll just do whatever the mood takes us when the time comes. So I think that's pretty even all the way around. That's as good as I'm going to get it. So I've got a bit of glue there that I don't like the look of. So that's that. Now I wanted a little fabric tab somewhere. Now I don't know whether I want it. Yeah, I think I'll have it. I'll wait until I've stuck this on. Right, so then yeah, I've got another bit of scrapbook paper. Now these, this one and this one are both from packs in the works if you live in the UK. The 12x12 double-sided paper packs that you get, that in the works are only £3 a pack. And yeah, I thought that was quite cool. It's not too girly, is it? And yeah, it goes pretty well. So I'm going to go around the edge of this one with Vintage Photo, and I'm using blending tool now. Not that I'm really going mad on it, but I just wanted a little bit more ink covering, like just coming in at the edge like that, bleeding into the edge. That's what I wanted. So yeah, you wouldn't have to do this if you didn't want to, and again you could just go round it with pen if you wanted to get rid of those white edges where you've cut. I sometimes have done that in the past. No, I want a little bit of the ink coming on, that's enough. And again I'm just going to stick it on. Yes, yeah, so this one as well, I just lined it up with the piece I'd already cut, and I oh, what was I saying? Yeah, I just lined it up, made a little mark with a red pen so that I'd be able to see it. I'll put a little bit in the middle. Yeah, so that I'd be able to see it, and then just eyeballed it really and did my best. And they've come out pretty cool, like the sizes that I was going for. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Right, I'm going to hold it up a little bit just so I can look at it so it's not too wonky. Right, that's where I'm at now. Right, and then I cut out, first of all I cut out this out of the wood effect looking paper, and I held it on there and I wasn't quite happy with that. So then I cut out this just out of a little piece of coloured paper and put it behind, and yeah, still weren't too happy. So I cut out a third piece out of this paper, and it's just to reinforce it, because then I had a different idea that I was going to put some black felt on. Could have done this with paper. I didn't have any all black paper. I thought I did, and then when I went to do this I realised I didn't. So yeah, I've decided that I'm going with this. Bear with me because it'll all make sense in a minute. So hang on, I've got something on there. And what side? It's best side. What have I got on there? That looks like a bit of glue. Right, I think that's going to be me up side. Terrible thing with black felt though, it can be as clean as you like, and then all of a sudden you're just getting fluff here, there and everywhere coming from God knows where. Right, so just a few blobs around. I should have gone a bit nearer to the edge, I think, because I don't want it flapping around. Right, that should do. That's probably way too much glue, but as I've said before, I am a bit overcautious, so hope everyone's well and has had a good start to the week. There's a few days till Valentine's, but yeah, I thought I'm busy doing a few bits. I seem to have got more fluff on there just from doing nothing. Right, yep, I'm happy with that. Right, now the idea I had, right, is the reason I wanted to reinforce this is because at first I had the idea of sticking it on one way or the other, and then maybe putting a few letters going across, like maybe I love you or something like that, you know, cutting them out. But then I thought, if I reinforce this so it's quite strong and I can stick it on but leave the top to be like a little clip, I thought that I could make an envelope, which I have done just out of some book page, and stick it in there. So I want to stick this together, and like I said, the reason I've gone with a 3 thickness is because I wanted to reinforce it and make it stronger and more rigid. That's the word I was looking for. I wanted to make it more rigid so that it will hold my envelope. Right, that's the back that no one's going to see. And now I'll stick this on the front. Right. So yeah, there's still a couple of days left till Valentine's Day. So yeah, if you haven't made a card and you're thinking of it, hopefully this might give you like a little of an idea of something that's not too girly or soppy, because yeah, Jamie ain't like that at all. So I thought I'll try and make it masculine as much as possible, and yeah, hopefully he'll like it. But it can still be a bit soppy because in the envelope I'll just tell him why I love him and that. Right, I want to distress around the edge. I'm going to use this sponge so that I can get into like this corner. That's it. Yeah, I want to get a bit further in. Right. That's it. Because, yeah, sometimes it's tricky getting into like a deep crevice like that, isn't it? Especially when the angle isn't very wide. So yeah, this is just a makeup brush. Not blush, brush. I can't speak. It's a makeup sponge. That's what I wanted to say. It shouldn't have been that difficult, should it? Especially not for someone English is my first language. Believe it or not. Oh yeah, thousands wouldn't. Right, so I think yeah, if I go up to about, if it's going to be sitting on the page like that, right, well, go up quite high and then it'll grip the letter better. Right, oh, let's get that lid on. Okay, so I want it at an angle like that, and oh, that's okay. I've got a little bit of glue there on that felt, but I'm going to stick something there. If I wasn't before, I definitely am going to now. Right, and some of these things are going to be sort of coming off, so I'm going to need some thick, what's it called? Double-sided tape, but the thick, puffy one. Right, so I'm going to grab that out of my drawer and I will be right back. Okay, so I found what I wanted. Just got to tuck my chair back in, and I think before I do that I might stick this little tab on here, although now I don't know if I do want it. Oh, decisions. I just had the idea of putting a little tab on and then like putting a little charm, little tiny small one here, like either this one that says I love you, or I'm covered in ink already, although to be fair I was covered in ink before I made this video. Or like I've got a little angel wing there. Oh yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? It's something. Right, what I'm going to do, so that I don't mess up the whole card, I'm going to stick the end of this together and try and make the hole and put the eyelet in, and if I like it then I'll stick it onto my card. If I don't, I haven't ruined the card, have I? This don't look very straight, a lot of it, but that's fine. It's rustic, it's homemade. Straight, I don't know, wonk is the new straight. There you go. Yeah. Right, so this never goes well. Piercing fabric for me. I wonder if I clamp it in between a couple of bits of scrap card, whether it will punch a crisp or slightly more crisp hole. That, I'll line it up like that. Right, don't move, so that we definitely know where we're getting it. Right, this may not work at all. I've put the fabric in between these two pieces of card. Right, we definitely went through. Oh, I think that may have been, if I chop that off, a success. Because I normally end up with really badly frayed bits and that. Yeah, that ain't come out too bad. Oh, you know, top tip. If you're having trouble with making an hole in your fabric, sandwich it between two pieces of scrap card. There you go. We've all learnt something new tonight, haven't we? Right, so I think I'll use gold eyelet. I wished I had like dark, like gunmetal kind of colour like that, but I haven't, so we'll go with what we've got. And yeah, and then I've not messed anything up. If I had have made a really bad error, I didn't commit, and so now I can just stick that on like that. And yeah, I'll do that now, because otherwise I'm going to start embellishing after I've done this, and if I embellish first, then I might not have a decent spot to put this. And after all that trouble and learning a new little trick and that, after doing all that, the least I can do is have room for it. So we'll go just there like that. And yeah, I know there's no reason really why I want that there. Open the card again, don't want to stick it down forever. So yeah, there's no real reason. I just thought it'd be kind of cute, and I thought if I get one of these little garment pins, I might even put them both on there. I might even have my little thing that says I love you, because this came in a mixed bunch. You know when you buy a thing with like say 50 charms for £1 or something, it came in that. And yeah, who would I put it on, like just saying I love you like that, other than using it on Jamie? I don't really know. So yeah, he's got it now whether he likes it or not. Right, okay, let's see. Yeah, look, and it's just dangling there, although that's backwards. I want it round the other way. Come out. Because the the charm was facing away, so I want it that way. And yeah, I wanted the what's it called on top, the wing on top, the angel wing, because that's a bit smaller than the one behind. And yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Right, but we're not stopping there. No, we're going to embellish. Right, so this should be dry now. Right, and where this is thin paper as well, even with the other bit stuck on, it's still going to be thin. And that is going to go like that, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, we'll come to that in a minute. We're going to embellish now, although, right, I shall stick that together now. I'll stick it together now, because then we can have it in place, because there's no point embellishing behind where you're going to be able to see. That's just going to be a waste of time. So we'll just go round. What did I have on here? Vintage photo. Right. Oh, sorry, let me put that on properly. That wiggling up and down was going to drive me mad. Right. Okay, right, I know what I didn't do. I didn't round that. I'm not getting a punch board out again. I'll just do it with this bit. Right. I might need to trim that a little tiny bit, because yeah, like with my punch board, same thing with the corner rounder. I think it's, this type of paper feels almost like it's silky and thin and very old. So yeah, it's not great at cutting when you're using a tool like that. Right, I'll just cut that pointy bit off there. I'm not going to round it or nothing. And I'm going to go around the edges with the vintage photo. And I thought I'd use this rather than this, because sometimes, especially doing fiddly little bits, you can get sort of like a big triangle of ink, you know, with the square ones. And then if you've not got a lot of room to try and blend that out to get rid of it, it can kind of ruin it. Even though it's not going to be under close inspection from Jamie. Oh look, see, the paper is so delicate. Once it's got a bit of ink on, it's not, well, it's not strong in the first place because it's so delicate and old. But yeah, once you've inked it a bit, it makes it even more fragile. Look, can you see that bit's come away? Right, so what we might do is line this with another piece. So what I'm going to do, rather than go through the punch board all over again, I've got to get that out. I've got another piece from that same book, and I think if I stick this to this and then just cut it out, that will be a good idea. Although, oh, I don't want to use this bit, that bit looks really cool. Right, I'm going to grab a bit out of the same book and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back with another piece out of the exact same book. So I'm going to stick it down first and then cut it out, because I think that'd be easier on myself. And just go around all the edges. I should be going closer to the edge than that, really, because I don't want them sort of coming apart and scraping against things and that. But right, that'll do. I ain't got to go mental. Okay, and now I'll just cut it out. Okay, so I've cut it out, and what I've noticed as I was cutting it out, more of the edges, right, seem to be really brittle. I think because of this, the nature of this paper, that I put way too much ink on. So I'm just gonna do the lightest touch around, like really trying to keep it light, because the paper is so fragile. It's out of one of the books I bought that are like over 100 years old, and the one that was in perfectly good nick with nothing wrong with it at all, I won't cut up, because I think things like that are too special, you know, like they're pieces of our history. But this one was one of the ones that was literally falling apart, didn't have the cover, a lot of pages was even missing when I finally like got it home and went through it properly. So I don't feel no way about using this, you know, like I don't feel like that I'm doing a disservice to our books. And I've got this bit of fluff that's come off of something that I am moving from finger to finger where I've been using the glue, and yeah, it's doing it again, but now it's going to be stuck. It's really, really fragile. So something else, maybe don't ink your really fragile book pages. Maybe there's a little lesson there as well, but I have, and so that's what it's come out like. Did I go? Yeah, I'll just do the lightest brush or dab just around there like that, and I'm not doing any more. That is the end of that for my envelope, apart from sticking on this front. And this isn't old, it's thin magazine paper, but it ain't old, so I can ink around that without worrying too much about it, just so that once it sits on that book page, the tones that are closest to each other are similar to each other, like that, you know. So yeah, that's that. And then my envelope is done, and I can set that aside, or I might sit it into my card just as a guide, or cut a piece of paper that it don't matter if I pull about or ruin, that's at the exact same size, and use that as my guide. I think that might be the way forward, because this is really fragile, and pulling it about more than I have to, I might end up ripping it more. Okay, so that's that. And I think I'm going to use one of these little hearts there to keep it closed, like that. So, where is it? There it is. That's what I was after. And I should put my nail varnish off, but the glue is bubbling up my nails now. Right, so I've inked around that one, and I'm going to do it again. I'm not as bothered. This is going to be the underneath one, and again I'm sticking these together first just to reinforce them a little bit. I could cut some little tiny hearts out of something a bit stronger, because this is just paper, but I don't know if I can be bothered to get everything out again now. It's getting quite late. I'm normally in bed by now. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think this will be fine, you know, because it's just going to sit there like that. So I'll glue that on. I've done it before, but then saying that, I think in the past I have used card and not just two bits of paper stuck together, but I reckon that'll be alright. Look, once you tuck that in, yeah, that's going to stay there. This fabric, 3-in-1 this one is, but you know, Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix, all of those, they are pretty strong. You've got to give them that. You've got to give Beacon that. Like, once that glue's on, it's on. It ain't going nowhere. So, here I've got this, and my envelope is going to sit like that. So I don't want to go really much higher than that heart there, or I've got something else hanging from me now, or from them words there. Right, I'll remember that. There and there. Right. So, I have that there. That's my biggest thing. Because I didn't want them all. These are all pretty much the same kind of size, and I didn't want them all the same size. Don't ask why. I don't know. It's just something in my brain telling me that it'll be better if I've got things of different sizes. So that's what I've decided to do. So yeah, just gone around the edge a bit, and I think we're going to have that there. But yeah, so that's not flapping, I'm going to cut a bit of this. I only need a little bit, and that'll be in that corner. Stick a bit of glue on the other corner. Get that off. I'm always terrible at doing this bit though. Right. And that can sit there. Right. And just, yeah, the bit of puffy, the puffy tape, just gives it a bit of stability, because obviously the felt is much thicker than just a layer of card or paper, isn't it? Right, so I cut out this stamp because I thought with the red, kind of like that, so I think I'm going to have that quite central, although that's been next to that red art, so I might have that up there like that. And I could have a couple of tickets together. That's a tram ticket, and this is a different ticket. I don't know what that one's for. Could have a couple of them like that. That there. Cut out that stamp, but then that's really going away from our colour family. Right. We'll link around the edges of these first. And I might go and dig out another stamp, but with our colours that we've ended up going for. Because I thought, oh, I'll just cut out a few random pieces. And we'll see where we go. But I don't want too many different colours. The browns, the red, like this beigey or orangey beigey colour, like, yeah, that's okay. But then if I start throwing purple into the mix and stuff like that, it I don't know, sometimes it can start looking a bit preschool, you know. And I think sometimes there's a fine line between what we do and what we do in preschool, because yeah, we're just playing with stuff and getting messy, aren't we, you know. Sometimes I think I am reliving my childhood all over again, which is cool, but yeah, I don't want it to look like that too much. So I'm just going to grab another stamp. Right, so I found another stamp which is similar to our colour family that we're sticking to. So, oh yeah, and by the way, before I go any further, I've kept the magazine handy a sec, right, just to show you. But I've still got loads of it, right, look, loads and loads. Oh, why did I lose that page? That's the page I wanted to show you. Because you get such cool stuff. Look, you see, like letters. Look, there's ones here. Some of them are actual letters as well. Like these are images of envelopes, more envelopes and stamps. And then there's some that, like loads of stamps, obviously, stamp magazine. There we are. Look, letters, you see. You've got ephemera right here, loads of it, because you've got stamps. Sometimes there's images of money as well, like there, and a few other places in the book there are. But look at all this ephemera that you got for the price of a magazine. So yeah, that I'd recommend anyone buy yourself Stamp Collectors magazine, because yeah, the ephemera that you get for the money is really good value. Right, that's all nice and inked around. Nothing's got to be perfect, and I think I might have those together like that. I might have a stamp up here, and that'll have to have a bit of puffy behind it, and maybe one down here. They're going to have to come over a little, or down a little bit like that, because I've got that bit of glue there. And I wonder if I've decided I hate felt. Everything sticks to it. Oh man. Right. Yeah, that, like that, I think. I'm going to do that now before I change my mind, because I'm a dreadful decision maker. I'm just going to wipe the top of this awful glue. Yeah, dreadful at making decisions, and if I faff around with it in my hand for too long, I talked myself out of doing what I wanted to do and into doing something else. You know, you've seen my videos. It can go on long, can't it? But trying to keep myself in check tonight, trying to behave. And yeah, I'm not doing too badly, I don't think. I'm just taking the ball by the horns. And yeah, it's paying off sometimes. I don't just mess about too much. No, in that way I'd rather. And I'm going to have to go under there, because I forgot to put my puffy on the edge. So I only want a slim bit for that one. And I'm looking around for my other stamp that I had a minute ago. and I don't know what I've done with it. So that's right. No, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, we found it in the end. Right, now I've got to get under there with this puffy thing. This ain't going to be easy, you know, guys, is it? And it's really, really sticky, like gummy. Right, okay, let's just to give it a bit of support. That's enough. It's got a little cushion under it. Just needs that little bit, doesn't it? Right, and up here with this one going, oh, I want it that way, going like that, and that's the edge that's going to be hanging off. Right, so it's this corner here. I want the tiniest bit of this, like maybe a wedge of it will be better, like that. Oh gosh, no, I've not ended up with any sticky, I've just moved the sticky. Let's try, sorry for the battling, I'll get rid of that angle because that's not what I wanted. Right, get rid of the unstickiness. The corner nearest to me, that's what wanted the sticky under the cushion. Right, can I get that off? Can I? Yeah, just about. It's not, that's it. Right, a bit of normal glue on the rest. Look, can't wait to get out. It's just going everywhere as soon as I take the lid off. I ain't had it long either. But you know as well as I do, us crafters get through our glue, don't we? If only I'd known back when I was working for stockbrokers in London many, many years ago when I first left school. If only I'd known, I would have bought loads of shares in glue, in bloody beacons. But yeah, I didn't know, did I? Right, so that is Jamie's cards. This little envelope, which I've got my little closure now that is stuck, and that seems to be fine keeping that shut. I might need to pull it away a little tad, yeah, that, so that I can get down to lay flat like that. And then that is going to tuck in there, and inside will be my little sort of thing, just telling him why I love him. I think I'll put that in there. And obviously this card came from a pack, so it came with a standard envelope which is that size, but it ain't going to fit in that now, so I will be making it a new envelope. But I'm quite happy with how that turns out. It ain't too girly or soppy, you know, because not all guys like, well, a lot of guys don't really like that, you know. Jamie's one of them. He ain't really into that, but I'm really happy, and with my little flappy bit that I don't know why I wanted that, but I really did, and now I'm looking at it, that's really making me happy that I did that. So yeah, I hope it's given anyone any ideas. Sorry, that was me clonking my scissors back away. You know what I'm like, tidying up. I can't wait to start tidying before the video's even over. But yeah, let me know if you make anything like it. And yeah, have a lovely Valentine's Day. I love every single one of my subscribers and the people that just come and watch my videos and leave me a comment and things like that. I really do love you, and if I knew where you all lived, I'd send you all a Valentine's card, because you are my lovelies. Okay, so yeah, happy Valentine's week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.